But we're not bringing you into downtown Tokyo just yet. In a few minutes we'll get there, but first we're going to take you on a trip to Mount Fuji and Hakone with sunrise tours set up by JTB.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining sunrise tour to Mount Fuji and Hakone. We're very happy to be with you. Today we are very lucky. Today we can drive up to the 5th stage of Mount Fuji. Yesterday they went up only up to the 4th stage. So we are very lucky. It's very difficult to drive up to the 5th stage because of snow and cold temperature. But luckily, it didn't snow last evening, so we can drive up to the 5th stage. Our schedule is going to be very tight. We have to be very punctual. And also, I have some guests who go to Kyoto by 6:37 Shinkansen.
There are three basic ways you can do this trip to Hakone, either as a day trip back to Tokyo the same night, or on to Kyoto, or spend the night in Hakone. It's your choice.
Now we are leaving Tokyo. At first we drive through Tokyo just a little, and soon we get on Tokyo Metropolitan Expressway, Tokyo Freeway. And we drive through Shinjuku. And then we drive on Chuo Expressway. Chuo means Central Expressway to Fuji Yoshida City. And then we drive up to the 4th stage. Then we can enjoy taking picture of the top of Mount Fuji. And also we have some free time for browsing and shopping. And after that we drive down to Fuji Yoshida City again, and we enjoy our lunch. And after lunch we drive to Hakone. And inside Hakone we enjoy ferry boat at first, and then ropeway. One group stay at Hakone Co-working Hotel. So at first we visit Hakone Co-working Hotel, and then we drive down to Hakone Yumoto Hotel, and then we arrive Odawara Station. At Odawara Station, some guests go to Kyoto, and other guests come back to Tokyo by new bullet train.
We're lucky it's a beautiful, clear day in which to see Mount Fuji. Sometimes you'll take this trip and it's all cloudy, and you get up on the hill and you really can't see the mountain. But here we are at the 5th stage, which is a great opportunity to get halfway up the mountain already and get real close to the peak. There's a Shinto shrine here on top of this smaller mountain, and from the shrine people can say their prayers and have very good views of the peak of Fuji. The mountain has religious significance, for in Shintoism, the tops of mountains are sacred places close to heaven. Often there's a shrine at the top of a mountain, and sometimes a gift shop as well too. Fuji is the highest mountain in Japan at 12,388 feet. And it's become a popular place for climbing. Sometimes climbers will climb overnight so they can be up there for sunrise. It gets a little crowded, but we continue along on our bus tour. It doesn't look like we're climbing any mountains today, but no, we're going on a boat ride, a short boat ride on Lake Ashi, and it's a nice cruise passing some beautiful houses along the shore. It was a pretty cold day. We're here in early December. There's still some fall colors in the foliage, which is really a nice surprise for us. But it's a little nippy. Temperature here on the lake was in the 30s. It's a very popular lake for boating, for tourists. In the summertime, people will swim here. And there's a cable car.
So today we enjoy ropeway, gondola, pulled up and pulled down by cable. We call them cable car. We enjoy the biggest gondola in Japan. The gondola carries 100 Japanese at one time. I said 100 Japanese.
It's a pleasant cable car ride up Mount Komagatake. It really doesn't take too long. There's that big cable car, and in about 15 minutes we arrive up at the top, and there too it was quite chilly and windy. They have an enclosed pavilion and some observation decks where you can stay indoors if you want to, or head on outside to get a view looking down on the lake and some of the small towns down below. Now, there are several other cable car rides that you could enjoy here in the Hakone area, and other ways of getting around. You can take a public bus, you can take a private tour bus as we've been doing, or you can take a train. There's a scenic small train that goes up some switchbacks up through these mountains. Or you can take a very long ropeway, it's called, cable car, they call it the ropeway. And that ropeway goes from the other side of the mountain over in Gora up to Sonzan. Right here at the foot of this cable car is the Hakone Prince Hotel. It's a beautiful place, and they even have a Hawaii gift shop there with aloha shirts and grass skirts and other kinds of beautiful items from Hawaii. Well, we're on our way to the hotel that we're staying at with this tour. This is the Hakone Hotel Kawakien, and they too have got the hot springs down in the basement. All of these hotels and onsen around here are built for the hot springs because this is an active geothermal area all in the Hakone area. And of course there's a lovely buffet breakfast at the hotel. They have a nice dining room for lunch or for dinner, a swimming pool, and very pretty gardens around the Hotel Kawakien. Or you could stay back at that Hakone Prince Hotel. You have your choice on this particular bus tour. We enjoyed the Kawakien. It suited us just fine and had a good soak in the hot springs. Then we enjoyed a scenic drive. Look at these beautiful fall colors still hanging in there. It's early December, and still we've got some yellows and reds in the leaves passing through some small towns on our way to the train station at Odawara. Now from Odawara you can either take the train back to Tokyo, takes about 2 hours, or you could continue by train to Kyoto. That's about an hour and a half. So either way you can continue your journey from that central strategic train station of Odawara. It's the main train station that services the Hakone district. Hakone is a fairly large area with several towns and numerous hotels scattered about. Odawara Station is nice and modern and efficient, as typical of the Japanese rail system throughout the country. And it's a busy place, even here in this relatively small town. Lots of people out and some pretty stained glass and other decor in the train station. It's clean, it's comfortable, it's safe. And they have an attractive ceramic mural with some sea creatures, some koi and other kinds of fish up on the wall there, and little convenience stores. Grab a snack, whatever on the way, and get up to the train platform in time to continue on your journey. In our case, in this program, we're taking you from Hakone on to Tokyo, the great capital of Japan. And along the way, there's some pretty scenery. You can actually get some views of Mount Fuji as you roll along on the train. Again, we're lucky with the weather. It's pretty clear. We can see the peak of the mountain up there. There's an old castle tucked away in one of the cities we're passing through. So you get a mix of scenery on this train ride, of open countryside and some farmlands and some cities. You have a choice of several different train lines that connect from Odawara into Tokyo, and you can also go by bus, which of course is going to take you a little bit longer and be a little bit less expensive. But in going by train, you could go on the Odakyo line. We're going on a different one. It's the Shinkansen. There's a different, faster Shinkansen from Tokyo, but it doesn't stop in Odawara. It comes along the line, but you can't take that one. But on the JR Rail Pass, you can take the Shinkansen right into Tokyo Station. And these trains are very comfortable, passing some snowy terrain. It was kind of chilly out there out the window, but nice and comfortable, of course, inside the train itself. Rolling snack car comes around to provide beverages and chips and light snacks for you. There's also what's called the romance train on the Odakyo train line. They have commuter trains that leave every half hour on this journey, so you can take your pick. Japan actually has a very extensive rail system. Throughout the country, you have a lot of bullet trains. They were the pioneers of the Shinkansen.